So I want to give you 3 ways that you can manage your time better. These 3 ways are ways that I've learned from Milani, working for her as a personal assistant, and they have been life-changing if I can continue to, wrap my mind around them because I'm still, practicing them because I pretty much just learned this like 2 weeks ago. So if you are interested in learning how to manage your time better, have more rest time, and just be I just want to say be more efficient. Keep watching. Stay tuned. Hi, I'm Amber Shawnee. I am personal assistant and mentee to Milani Shawnee, and she has served thousands as a powerfully authentic guide in transformation, healing, and activation for over 30 years. You're watching Milaninomics, the laws of Milani Shawnee, where the head and heart come to meet. So welcome to Milaninomics, where the head and heart come to meet. And if you'd like to meet my mentor, Milani Shawnee, you can visit her at milanishawnee.com. And here we always ask WWMD, what would Milani Shawnee do? So number 1, the first way I have to manage your time better is to work on things that you know will take a specific amount of time first, and then work on things that may be more open-ended. So Milani and I we do a lot of business together. I mean, of course, but we do like designs and different things like that together. And one of my biggest things with graphic design is I always take a really long time to do anything, especially with design. And my excuse has always been that I am in some kind of like creative process. So because it's creative, I'm just like, it's okay if I take 7 hours to do this one thing because in my mind, because it's not something that's tangible, I can't just go and do it. And so one thing that's really helped me with a lot of like artistic projects, and then also just, being a personal assistant, being around the house, is work on things that I know will take me a specific amount of time first. Like if I know, uploading this video will take 5 minutes, but I have something else to do, like finding a good picture for like a flyer or something I'm about to design. If I know that I can do that in 5 minutes, but I have no idea how long it'll take me to find a good picture, I do the first thing first. That way I'm not, spending 15, maybe 30 minutes looking for a picture. And then once I finally find the right picture, then I have all this other stuff I have to do. Once I get all the other stuff that takes a specific amount of time done first, then I'll have even more time really to be able to do something that may be more open-ended. And the second thing, number two, is never go faster. Just do it a different way. This is something that is like mind-blowing to me, mind-boggling, truly mind-boggling, because I always so when Milani will ask me if I can she'll be like, speed up, I need you to do this process quicker. What I do in my own brain is I do exactly what I'm already doing, but I just do it really, really fast. So I make a lot of mistakes. It's all messy. I hurt myself. I tear something up. And so then it's just like, don't even do it at all. So what I learned was, instead of trying to go faster, just do it in a different way. I always ask myself now, or I'm practicing asking myself now, I'll say, is this really the most important thing I could be doing? Like, what's the most important thing to do here? So I try and get the thing that's the most important done first. And then I also will go back and ask Milani to make sure that there are other things that I may be thinking about in my head that I have to do. Make sure those things are actually important, because also I run through a lot of stuff like through filters in my brain, like, oh, this is important, this isn't important, this will take longer, this won't. But that's all like in my head. Those are all my limiting beliefs. Like, limiting belief could be like, for me, doing my work takes a long time because I have to pick the right thing, and I have to edit this video, and it has to export. But that's not true. And through these processes, I've been learning so much more that I really just waste a lot of time through all the filters I have in my brain, through all my limiting beliefs. and the excuses that I make for myself in order to keep those beliefs alive. So yes, so number 2, it is never go faster, come up with a different way. And I learned this because the other day I was working on this project and I had been taking a while with it, and it was really, we had a strict deadline. And so Melanie pulled me in, she was like, listen, I need you to be done with this by this amount of time. I need you to update me when you update me as you go. And so, of course my pain brain came out and I was like, oh, I can't do this. This is so much. This is a long process. I have to design this. It usually takes me, days and blah, blah, blah. So I was going through all that in my head. And then when I sat down, I was like, you know what? I have to be focused. I have to get this done. And I'm going to do the best of my ability. So it was like I was in a process with no thoughts. Like I can't remember thinking about anything. I was just working. Move this here, move that there. And I realized in doing that is that I'm always in my head thinking about, will people like this? Is this cute? Is this good enough? And it takes me the longest. And that's what Melanie said to me a few weeks ago. And at the time I was like, okay. I was like, okay. I didn't see it in myself, but I knew it was Emmy because she pulled it out of me, but I couldn't be like, it didn't click, essentially. It did not click at that moment. But in me working on this project, I saw how I would spend several, 20-30 minutes trying to do something just to fulfill my desire to prove myself, or to feel like I'm doing the right thing, or to try and make sure people like it, instead of just being focused and doing my best. And so when I did that, I was able to finish the project on time. Oh my God, because I was not going through all the filters in my brain. So that's really 2.5. Don't go through all of the filters in your brain and your brain making up excuses as to why you can't do this. And don't be listening to your brain when it's like, this is too much, this is expecting too much of you, and it has to be done a certain way, because it really don't have to be done a certain way at all. That's what I've learned. It don't really. So I guess that's 2.5. Release your brain filters, because they will slow you down. And yes, and then also number 2, never go faster. Do it a different way. Figure out what's most important to do. Is there something that you can just take off the list completely? Is there a way that you could do it in a different order, or could you do it, do you have personal things going on? Are you listening to music? Are you getting up to eat? Stop, cut all that stuff out, and then see if you have more time. Just because you're working on something, not in general. And finally, number 3. Set time limits and narrate them. I love doing this now because Melanie would always, she'd always give me time limits, have this done by 3 p.m. And so this past week, I've been doing that with myself. Okay, it is 3:51. By 4:30, I want to have this, and this done. And I don't give myself the option to have a time extension. And so my brain, because I don't have any extra time after 4:30, I'm figuring out a way that I can get this thing done, or get all these things done by that time. So that's where my brain automatically goes into okay, what's most important? How can I get this done in a different way that may be faster? Is there a different way to do this? How, who can I ask for help? Or what video can I find on YouTube to help me figure out how to do this differently? So, so I go to the time limit, and then I narrate it I'll pretend I have some kind of radio announcer in my head, okay, we are in the first challenge. She's up, she has to be done by 4:30. Will she do it? And then I'm as I'm going on, it's I don't think she's gonna make it. It's almost 10 minutes to, and she still has to watch this last thing. She's not gonna make it. And then as I go on, when I accomplish it, then in my head I'm oh, she made it. So it makes it a lot more fun, and yeah, it just makes it fun. And it does really motivate me to actually get it done, to have those radio announcers in my head. So those are your 3 ways to manage your time better. Work on things that take a specific amount of time first, then things that may take a more open-ended amount of time. Never go faster, come up with a different way. And 2.5, release your brain filters. And the third one is to set time limits and then narrate them, because it's a lot of fun. And you realize that you have the capacity to do things a lot faster and a lot better than you think you do. It really is. So if you'd like to reach out to me, you can, I don't know if you can message people on YouTube, but I guess you can, just gonna assume you can. If you can't, you can go to my Instagram at Amber Shani, and to reach out to Milani, book a session with her, even though we're kind of on a waiting list right now. You know, you can go to the, you can look around. But you can go to MilaniShani.com and book a session at MilaniShani.as.me, and you can also visit the Heal You University, full of classes, inspirational educational content, and a free resource library at www.healyouuniversity.com. And make sure to catch Milani live on Facebook every single day at I'm Milani Shani. You don't want to miss that. So that is it. And also stay tuned for a short preview of my graphic design, paintings, different things that I offer that you can also purchase at my website, ambershani.myportfolio.com.